Hey guys, welcome back to another pick a card reading, and today we will be reading on topic how does your boss view you? So his or her opinion on you. You have pile 1 Sun or High Priestess pile 2. Pick one of these and we will check how does your boss view you. What's his or her opinion? So for those of you who chose this Sun card, how does your boss how does your boss feel for you? How does your boss feel for you? What do they think? So pile 1, I feel like your boss feels like you are in certain cycle, potentially for some of you where your strength was tested or your confidence in some way. Strength is reversed and the 8 of Pentacles is reversed. I do feel like they could be under the impression that sometimes you have those restrictive thoughts that are kind of limiting for you in your sphere of work, or that there's just something about you where you are just too intelligent for your own good. I feel like your boss almost feels like it would be good for you psychologically, mentally, just to feel continuously more serene if you were somewhat less intelligent, or if you were more closer to the average when it comes to your intelligence, something along those lines. I don't know why, but they feel with the 6 of Wands reversed that it works against you in some way. We do have Hierophant here and it's reversed. So they could be feeling like something is against institutional rules or something along those lines. I'm getting for some of you, your boss could be catching up with some kind of a fling that you may have with a co-worker or something along those lines, and they could be feeling like this is against institutional rules or something with the 10 of Cups. Or even there's an option for some of you that they could be observing and seeing that you are kind of mingling too much in the work, which they appreciate on one hand, but on the other they would kind of love to see you in a more autonomous expression with the 9 of Pentacles. So your boss would love to see more of your individual expression of some kind, or they could be feeling even for some that you should, how do I say, like maybe they supervise you in the groups or something, but they just feel like they would want to create a scene, a setting or something along those lines where they could just observe you, your own behavior and how you are without the interaction with the others, etc., etc. Some of them could be feeling with the Queen of Wands and Emperor that you are quite dominant in those interactions, or I don't know, that you tend to be bossy in certain circumstances or tend to take control, which they do appreciate largely with the King of Swords. So This means like 1 to 2 higher ups that they were kind of observing you, and they did notice a lot of things that they like about you in this pile. So that's definitely present in this one. As I said, I feel like you are doing something unorthodox or having some kind of unorthodox approach, or you are doing something which is more creative or could be more thinking outside of the box or something along those lines, and your boss does appreciate that. Uh, but they could maybe they are maybe feeling currently slightly that you would thrive in an environment where you are your own boss, or where you could be self-employed. So there's definitely that energy present. They feel like you are so very good when it comes to Emperor and Page of Wands is here. They could be under the impression that you are very responsive to them for whatever reason, or that lately they're having a very good communication of some sort, or like that you have good reactions at the right time. You know how some people, even platonically, they never react the way you expect them to, or the way we need them in the situation, or they never show up in the ways that we need them to show up for us in the situation. Well, your boss thinks something that would be basically opposite, that you always show up correctly in the right timing, or with regards to right problem pertaining right solution, something along those lines. So they feel like you are very tempered and very measured. Yeah, that's something that I'm sensing in this one. Then we do have the Ten of Pentacles. They could be thinking about giving you a raise, or the process of elevating you to a higher function in order for you to get some kind of paycheck increase or raise, or Eight of Pentacles is reversed. So I don't know, for a lot of you, your boss does feel like you should work less and get more, or they could be basically acknowledging the fact that you are underpaid, or something along those lines, for your effect, right, or for what you can do in that environment, for how responsive you are to them. So there's that you are doing something right when it comes to your communications with your boss. So that's definitely something that's popping up in this one. Hey, but if you like this little report, give it a little like so that it reaches more people. We have both Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. So your boss is under the impression that something big would be required for you to leave this job, because for most of you, you are quite content, or you are 60 to 70% content with the job, right? There are some parts that you would like to influence if you could, or if you could, how do I say, if you could utilize that free will really in the way that you want. But overall, I feel like your boss is under the impression that you are kind of in the moment, cherishing the situation. Let me just see. We do have Emperor and Ten of Pentacles. Emperor and Nine of Pentacles. So they could be thinking that they don't like how one of the others employees or higher ups is interacting with you. So they could be feeling like this person should be giving you more acknowledgement, appreciation, or accolades for whatever you did. Or I do feel like for a lot of you, you solved something successfully, or there was a project where you really stood out, or something like that, and they feel like this other person didn't give you enough of acknowledgement or enough of recognition for the good teamwork, or enough of a compliment, validation that you did good, whatever you did. So we do have that vibe present. Let me just see. you do have Fool reversed and Strength reversed. So both these cards, if they were upright, they would denote the boldness of a sword. However, reversed indicate two contributing factors toward you suppressing yourself. So I do feel like for some of you, your boss could be thinking, even though you are underpaid, sometimes you kind of know how to be exactly as measured as necessary in order for it to even out or to balance itself, or I don't know, it's almost like you sometimes know how to give less where you don't need to. Basically, you utilize exactly of your energy reserves, how much is needed for the job, or as much as it is required, and not a bit more, or you don't exert yourselves excessively. So that's something definitely, but I feel like this is somehow good. I don't know why, how. I mean, bosses should always want that you are, at your best when it comes to performance. But somehow he or she feels like, yeah, that's good because, if they are not completely depleted on this task, then they will do better at that one, or they will apply themselves where it really matters. So I do feel like some of you are dealing with somebody who does tend to view things from a bigger perspective, or they're not observing just your immediate effect is something what is kind of quite palpable in this one. Oh, let's see. Yeah, but I feel like boss could also be feeling that you are quite charismatic. That there's some kind of professional charisma to you, where they feel like there could really be means of them utilizing this for the company's good or for the department's good. So they do feel like you have some kind of an X factor or something like that, which will really from the long-term perspective benefit this company or this department, or wherever it is that you are doing in a way. But they could be feeling that you should be more daring when it comes to things that you require, demand, need. So if there's something you would want to ask them, this would really be a good time, especially in the next 2 months is where I'm sensing, like for a raise or for a change of departments, or I don't know, whatever it is. For some other kind of subtle change, I feel like this person would be very inclined to give that to you, or to grant that whatever it is that you would be inquiring about. Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna complete it here for the pile. I hope you guys enjoyed this little report. If you did, see you in the next one too. Bye bye. Thank you for listening. Oh, for those who chose this high priest. Let's see. How does your boss feel? How does your boss feel? What is he or she thinking? How do they view? Okay, pile number 2. I just feel like for a lot of you, your boss feels like you were their best decision, basically. With Ten of Pentacles and Lovers, he or she loves you, they love your affect, they love how you conduct yourself in the office or work environment. There's something about that. And then, I don't know why, but it's very prominent in this one. For some of you, your boss is turned on by you. We do have Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, a lot of damned ones, so there's some kind of, spark indicated. And I know this may be somewhat of a complicated situation if some of you really don't want to invite that kind of an energy in a professional environment, but it's coming up in a way. So, or for some, if you feel like your boss can be the one who likes you, then it can be like older colleague or someone who's slightly above you in the rank, or there's some person in the environment and this is picking up on their energy is what I'm sensing. So, but like energy is really powerful, so you will have to be slightly defensive if you want to not create any kind of bonds professionally is what I'm sensing. So yeah, I feel like this person with the Four of Cups, but whoever they are, they feel like you are slightly disinterested when it comes to them, or that you are not looking at them the same way that they look at you. And Four of Cups can sometimes also be card of ignoring. So there's a person in a work environment who could be feeling like you were ignoring them, or that they tried to do something and make a gesture toward you or something, however you ignored them, or you didn't acknowledge them, or there was something where, or maybe somebody tried to say hi and you didn't acknowledge them, or didn't hear them, didn't get their email, didn't something. So I do sense for some of you, you check your emails thoroughly these days, or DMs, like you could be having a message that's unread, and I don't know, you can have this person pissed at you slightly or something, and you don't even know that you got the message, or that will be for some, not for all, is what I'm sensing. So we do have Knight of Pentacles and Six of Wands reversed. I feel like your boss does want to increase efficiency somewhere, and this is unrelated to you. However, they do see you as a crucial person who will help them to achieve this. They somehow feel with the Queen of Wands that you are the one who has that tool. Also with the Lovers, potentially you teamed up with one more person or partnered up, or they expect you to bring in some kind of partnership, or there will be several various scenarios. Some of them are thinking that they would want to cooperate with you on something, like where you and your boss would exclusively work on something. So apply how that resonates for each. There will be different scenario. But we have King of Pentacles reversed and Ace of Wands. I don't know, they could be feeling with the Six of Cups reversed that you are sometimes, how do I say it, that sometimes you suffer because of the neglect of your co-workers, or Six of Cups is reversed, so it does denote certain, I wouldn't say sabotage, but like person who kind of hence punished for the other people's complacency or laziness, or a lack of professional ethics, something along those lines. So your boss feels like with the Page of Wands that when it comes to you, you should be somehow more shielded. But potentially they don't know how to achieve this, or they would want to separate you from one group of like co-workers, or from several co-workers, or they could be thinking like, I would like to separate you from this group and align you with this group here, because I feel like you would be better here instead of where you are now, or there is something where they would really love to see you in a slightly changed environment, or like with a slightly different input, right? They would want to see somewhat modified role of you, or like somewhat they would want you to somewhat modify your current approach potentially and adjust it to something. I don't know, there's something that's happening in the company, in the department, in the current phase of work, and they want you to adjust your approach to that. Is something that's coming up strongly in this one. Hey, but if you like this little report, give it a little like so that it reaches more people. Let's see. They could be wondering, like, what will you do about certain mail, about certain message, about certain offer, about certain news. So there was potentially something that was like news in the professional area. Now he or she is wondering, like, how you will react. Will you join? Will you accept or decline something pertaining that? So take that into consideration. Let me see. Yeah, and I just feel like your boss is noticing that you are quite accepted in your work environment. There's something that you are doing with your colleagues that's somehow working, I don't know, or like maybe you are also feeling that this is finally that you came in the area of like-minded individuals professionally, or there's finally this time around some kind of parallel between you and people that are surrounding you in the professional environment, and it's somehow benefiting your work, and your boss is observing this, or they acknowledge this, or they kind of acknowledge that if you have a positive input from other people around you, that it really positively modifies your performance at work, or like that it is good to you to be good for you to be exposed to certain positive influences at the work. So I don't know, your boss could be thinking about suggesting some kind of, I'm getting like exclusive team building or something like that, where it would be you and one portion of co-workers, or something like that, like team building where not everyone would be, but one section of employees or something. So they could be thinking about that and how that would benefit you and potentially some others in your department, in your wherever you do work. So that's something that he or she was thinking about, is what I'm sensing. As I said, lovers here, so definitely a choice will have to be made for some. Normally this is a card of a new job, and reversed it can be denoting terminating one job and potentially going for the other, or like accepting a new offer that's somehow included in the current job, an expansion of offer, or expansion of role in the current job. So that's all something that your boss could be thinking of. In a way, they hope that you will accept something. I feel like it's in your boss's interest that you accept something. I don't know what it is. I hope nobody is getting harassed at work, or I hope that nothing sketchy is going on. So I always hope that everyone is in the safe environments with regards to their work. Let's see. yeah, they are also under the impression that you are slightly overworked. For some of you, your boss could be wondering like whether you have one more job, or if they know that you have it. They could be observing you like how is it impacting you, are you capable, are you fresh, are you but it's not only in order to, how do I say, it's not only to estimate your performance, but they are interested holistically. I do feel like for a lot of you this is quite aware person or open person in some sense, uh, and they would want on a holistic level that their employees are content or satisfied, or well rested with whatever it is. So yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna complete it here for the pile. I hope you guys enjoyed this little report. If you did, see you in the next one as well. Bye bye.